What's going on, gang? I hope you guys are doing awesome out there. Hey, I want to respond to one of the comments I had about it was basically the gentleman's just not doing good right now. We've all been in this space, and a lot of you that are actually finding my channel are in this particular moment in this space right now. And I've gotten a lot of messages similar to this, but this most recent one, um, uh, we all can familiarize with. Uh, just going through separation where the wife is basically just kind of either up and left or has not allowed him to come back into the home, or the wife up and left and took the kids. He's not having any access to the kids. Um, Already, some threats that you're not going to see your children anymore. I had the same exact thing happen to me. A lot of us can familiarize with this. So, guys, comment down below. Comment down below if your experience or what can possibly be done next. But basically, he's in a really bad situation right now where he's emotionally like just destroyed. Like, I can't believe this. Like, you're disappeared, you're gone, you took my kids with me. I believe he has boys. And um and like, I want to see them. No contact, no communication. He can't see his kids. It's all fresh. Like, she's just totally just threw this out, like total, like maybe you're having problems and then suddenly you don't realize that this happens, or maybe you were having problems, you knew that a divorce was possibly on the arise, whatever the case may be, or you had no idea, you had no clue. Whatever the case may be, doesn't matter. But boom, she just surprised you one day with a completely life-changing, disappeared, took the kids, don't know what's going on. When you're in this particular situation, first and foremost, we lose our cool. As us guys, we're like, what the hell? The whole world has changed around me. You took my children from me. Like, and how did society expect us to be these little bitches, right? And just sit there and not say nothing and just be nice. And of course, we're gonna get upset and we get angry. We're like, what the hell? And we speak out to it, and then a society or our other halves use these words like, I'm afraid for my life. He's so violent and scary. No, we're just pissed. You took the kids. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, like, communicate to me. If there's any time to communicate, it's at that time. But that's when they choose no communication whatsoever, and they are always crying about communication. So sadly, you're in this position. The first thing you need to do is keep your cool. This is where the decisions that you make at these particular moments, these really crucial and sensitive moments, can actually swing your situation to something very bad, to where you will never see them again. The goal is to see your kids again, okay? No matter what the situation is with the other half. Let's say you're never going to see her again. Say she found another guy, okay? Or you hopes to have her back in your life again. But at this particular moment, this is not going to happen. You're going to have to hold up on wanting her back in your life. The number one goal right now, the number one focus, is when you're going to be seeing your kids again. Okay? And you're not going to see your kids again if you lose your cool. So do not lose your cool. That second thing now is communicate to them as if it's part of the process. Okay, you want out, you want to divorce, or you want out, you don't want to come back, or you don't want me coming back, whatever the situation is. So let's figure out a time. The kids are going to be out of school at this time, so I'm going to pick them up here, and then I can bring them back with you at this other time. So that way she sees that you're willing to, hey, I'm going to see them this time, but I'd be happy to, let you see them after that. So that way she sees that you're showing goodwill, and you're not just, taking the kids. It's not about you taking from her anymore. She does not want anything of that. She doesn't want you taking food, shoes, kids, nothing, right? But she does want to see how you're going to play fair, or how you're going to give to her. So I'm going to come and pick up these things, and then I'll give you these things, or whatever the case may be. Or I'm going to come and pick up the kids at this time, and then I'll bring the kids back to you at this time. That's going to show good faith just in case you guys do need to go to court. Also, talk to her as if it's part of the process. All right, no problem. You want out of the relationship. I'm going to pick up the kids. Billy has to do this, or John needs this, and then after that, we're gonna have a good. I'm gonna bring them back to you, and you can have time with them and stuff. As if it's part of the process. Don't use words or comments like, "Can I please see my kids?" Of course, you're the father. You should be able to. Now, what they're going to try to do is use words like, or use comments like, "No, you're never going to see your kids again." Now, that's a threat because, well, you're a parent. You should be able to see your kids. And this is where it gets really tricky, and it's probably a whole other series of videos, but this is where it gets really tricky because you should be going to a lawyer at this point, but you want to see if you can just do mediation and or do the paperwork yourselves. You can do a quick and speedy divorce. Let her know, hey, it's possible. We can do a quick and speedy divorce. But remember, keep it all together, right? Because it's on how you deliver it. Or, gosh, this actually goes into a whole nother series of questions that are a series of things because once you start getting the lawyers involved, there's so many different avenues you can go. And many times, even your very own lawyer is not on your side. They care about you and they speak as if though they care about you, and they care enough about you to get as much money as they can from you. Your own lawyer, yes. And then their lawyer cares about their own client. And when you get into lawyers, it's a whole different ball game. Try not to get there. Try to do mediation, but stay cool, okay? Secondly, talking to them as if though it's part of the process of the sharing the kids. This is how we do it now. Since this is what you want, you can have what you want, but this is how we do it now with the kids. The kids need both mom and dad in their life. Excuse me. And then don't use comments like, "Can I see the kids? Why aren't you letting me see the kids?" You're giving her, and she's gaining power over you, right? And then let's say you get some document on a text message, right? Because she's not talking to you. She doesn't want to call you about you seeing the kids. And she says, yes, you can see them on Saturday, right? We need to get that. That's documentation. Save those, a message, an email, whatever the case, however she wants to communicate with you now. And she says, yes, you can see them on Friday. And then you get towards Friday and she cancels on you and says, no, they're too busy. You're not going to see them. So that's evidence. You need to save that. She agreed to this. That's why you didn't go to the lawyers at the time. Now she's backing out on letting you see your kids, and which is now something that you can present to the court to where they can, and it can go two solely different ways. So I can't really, don't take this word for like 100% if you're going to court, but it can go so many different ways depending on your court and the judge and the lawyers and mediation or whatnot has you. But use that as evidence. You have to start saving your text messages as evidence. And the messages that you send to her, treat your messages as if though they are already being presented to a lawyer. Okay? Treat your text messages, your responses. So that's why you have to keep your cool and you have to message appropriately. You have to call and speak appropriately. You have to, everything, treat as if though, everything's on the line right now for you to see your kids, and the way you act and speak as of right now, this very moment, because the things you say and do today will reflect on your tomorrow and how you are able to see your kids, if you are able to see your kids, and how much time you'll be able to see your kids, because you've always shown a level head throughout the entire process of the struggling that you guys have gone through. You've always maintained a job. You've kept a level head. You've always kept up your end of the deals. You have showed proof and evidence that you've tried to be fair and equal and share time and things of that nature, and she has not. So you need to start saving those text messages, those phone calls, and things of that nature. Try to do more text messaging now, but it's hard to keep it to a minimum. You just get straight to the point. Sometimes you do need to be on the phone and talk to them, but try to be on the phone with them as least as possible. Use less words as possible. We've all been there. Hang in there. I know you can do it. I'm sorry you're going through this, man, but you got this. Don't worry. You're going to survive through this. You got this. We've all been through this, and you can do it. All right. I'm wishing you the best, man. Take care. Bye-bye.